Alex Armstrong is the host of Alex Armstrong Tonight on GB News. He has this editorial on Starmer's ticking time bomb.
The Prime Minister was forced into a humiliating U-turn on cancelling local elections across the United Kingdom. Initially, the British government had planned to cancel elections for 4.5 million British people, to much uproar, let's put it lightly. In those areas, Labour control most of the councils. They control 20 out of 30 of them or so. And in those areas, even more interestingly, Reform UK are doing exceptionally well. That's the party led by Nigel Farage, of course, now leading in the polls. So the question was always asked, is this all happening because Labour are terrified of Reform UK? Well, of course, they've been arguing that they need to do this little restructure, this little redrawing of the councils, part of a devolution plan they say is going to give more power to local people. But of course, Brits up and down the country have not been happy about it. Reform UK said this is a farce and decided, because it was the second year running they were cancelling these elections, that they were going to take the government to high court. Now, that all came to a head where the government had to concede to Reform UK, a party of just 8 members of parliament, and say that actually Reform are right. They've done the legal background, despite the Prime Minister being this forensic lawyer. Reform UK have beaten them. And now these 4.5 million people will get their right to vote in their local authorities. This, of the 14, 15 U-turns the Prime Minister has done, is the biggest, huge, tremendous U-turn so far, because it's going to give all those people the right to vote, and you can bet your bottom dollar they are going to use that right to vote to boot out the beleaguered Labour Party out of those seats. But there's some more bad news, because now the taxpayer has to cough up 63 million quid to help these local councils, who have now got just a matter of weeks to get ready for local elections. And on top of that, the government has to pay Reform UK's legal fees. It is utterly disastrous for this government. Now, of course, the other story here is that the Prime Minister, who's been in the front page of the press almost every single day for the last 6 weeks, well, he's now going to have a leadership contest, very likely on his hands, the day after those local elections in May, because as we know, he is clinging on to power because his Labour backbenchers cannot pick a leader yet, and some of them just aren't ready. And there's another interesting twist to this, because Angela Rayner, who used to be the Deputy Prime Minister before she was sacked, sensationally sacked out of office, well, it was her idea in the first place to cancel elections. She got away with it while she was still in government, and her predecessor hasn't got away with it. So now people are asking, was her original policy illegal? Well, that's going to be another huge scandal sitting on this government's door, alongside the Mandelson files and the Chagos Islands. Two are the massive, huge problems for this government. So when I say this is the most embarrassing U-turn so far, because it looks like with the Prime Minister's going to be in office for a couple more months, he's going to have a few more U-turns he's going to have to swallow. Can he survive till May at this rate? We're just going to have to wait and find out.
Unbelievable. And can you imagine if it was the Tories or Reform cancelling elections? The left would have had a field day.